It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
So last we left off, Bell's Hells. Recently returning to Exandria, you were present for a number of arguments, discussions here in the Platinum Sanctuary of Vasselheim, where you presented, upon prompting, the information that you had uncovered, both upon the moon and some of the other dangers, such as the information that Ludinus may have uncovered in the ruins of Aor. You were brought by Keyleth to the Birth Heart, one of the most holy places of the Wild Mother on the surface of the planet, where Orym had a true communion with one of the Pantheon, upon which was gifted a legendary enhancement to Seedling. You caught up to a handful of loose allies that wished to forge a plan to present to the forum of all of these gathered dignitaries, generals, and political leaders. In meeting with them, you presented the specifics of what you found, what your worries may be, the strengths of your knowledge, the strengths of your connection to Ludinus and his plan, and a plot was hatched. You begin to exit the trial forge, at which point a familiar and strangely daydream-like psychic incursion takes Imogen's focus as she finds herself pushing through the red dust of her lifelong recurring nightmare, scattered past and reverse to the green, wind-tossed fields of the Talent Highlands, where in this vision her mother has come to her. Imogen. Are you okay?
I'm fine. How are you here right now?
Wanted to come to you because Ludinus has grown impatient since his return, and he's keeping me close. He's been watchful. He's been sending off the other Ruida's-born, I believe, to ends I don't know. They're beyond my sight now.
Off of the moon, or?
I assume. I do know that he has sent one of his simulacrum with a team to meet with the Sorrow Lord, to broker something with the Unseelie in the coming day or two. At, something called the Shrine of Gilded Gifts. He's still making moves. So I just wanted to let you know, for whatever help that might be.
Thank you. That puts you at a lot of risk.
We're all in a lot of risk, aren't we? He's been spending a lot of time going back and forth between the burrow site. We haven't quite reached the hallowed cage, which is a good sign. But the closer we get, maybe all of us feel the pull. And her head kind of turns back over her shoulder towards nothing.
Be safe, Mama.
I can't stay long.
Yeah.
Imogen. Ludinus is asking me to do something.
What?
He wants me to channel a memory through a nexus at the ley line on Exandria, something he brought back.
If you can keep it from happening, do so, but if it puts you at risk, Mama, do what it takes to keep his trust.
I'll do what I can, I don't want to do it if it'll harm you.
Mom, if there's somebody else that can do it, if he's just gonna hurt you and turn to somebody else, then keep yourself safe for the bigger fight. All right?
Okay. Okay. I have to go. Stay safe.
I love you.
I love you too. The winds and dust, the storm rush in as your vision blinks. You feel the grains of red sand in your eyes, and as you squeeze them, the watering of your vision blinking past your back in the trial forge with the rest of your troop.
I tell her everything. Oh my God.
I know. Did I make a mistake? Should I have told her not to do that?
No.
But I mean, if you could have had somebody else do it, I think she's better in his pocket, right? Like,
No, I think you're right.
there next to
You're
her.
right. I think you're right.
We should trust it, right? We should trust what she said. We should go there. Stop him.
Did you trust her?
I did.
So we're going to try to do another thing before
Yeah,
we do this thing
supposed to
that
go
we're
pitch
supposed to do? I don't know how much
Platinum
time we have.
Sanctuary.
What's the timeline?
Well, maybe we could do
don't know.
this, jump there,
the pitch.
come back, talk to more gods, jump to the moon.
I think we're ready. Let's go.
And as you get to the base of the steps to the Platinum Sanctuary, it is flanked by 2 Judicators of Vex'ahlia. Their massive eyeless iron masks itself scrawled and runed in front, hoods up, arms crossed, just walking. And even just being in their presence, you can feel that kind of like invisible force, that presence. As you begin to ascend the steps with the rest of your troop, even just having one of them turn its head in your direction causes this cold strike to sit down your spine. You all begin to step into the forum, the crowd's pushing close. You can see your troop scatters a little bit, having small private side conversations with other figures before everything is called to order.
I'm gonna cast on all of us telepathic bond before we go in that way.
Nice. Maddie, as the room starts to settle, I'll take out the monocle of true essence. And just to fix it so that I look super noble, and I'll also cast see invisibility so I can just see what's happening up in this bitch.
Before we go in, I'm going to just pull Fern aside and say, just so the air is clear before we go in there and risk our... I just wanted to tell you, I had no idea you were spoken for. I wouldn't have been flirty with you if I had known that you were already with someone.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
No,
I don't want to
no,
dishonor you like that.
No. That wouldn't do that. It doesn't dishonor me.
But you're clearly coupled up
No.
in a long-term relationship, and I don't want to sell you that.
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna stop playing with it. Listen.
I noticed that you were canoodling, so I just...
Yes, but I can canoodle who I want to canoodle with.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I haven't made any decisions yet. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's the end of the world. I don't want to like put on my. It feels like it's the end of the world. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Maybe I'll put my eggs in all the baskets.
Does he know this?
I have a feeling that they probably know that I'm a free bird. You know, I have a free will and.
They probably know.
I don't want to be tied down. It makes me a little nervous.
Okay.
What's your deal?
What do you mean?
I'm not proposing anything. I'm just asking
course
since
not.
you're asking me.
What do you mean? What's my deal?
Like, are you with anybody?
Wow.
I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking for in general.
For someone else? Did someone else say something?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Who was it? Was it
I don't
the little warrior? Because he is fine.
Shut up, baby. I know it. Dorian, you hear my voice in your head. Could you meet me over by the entrance real quick?
I'll be super sneaky about it.
I plant my hand on your shoulder and say, I'm going to be subtle about this, and I might be crazy, but is that gentleman over there familiar to you? And I lean in close to you and point past your chin at an individual across the chamber.
Who just vanishes into the crowd as everyone's going into the forum.
Familiar in what?
Who was it?
In what way?
He kind of looked like you. A lot.
Did you see anything more? Any markings? How old was he?
Older? You know, you, but aged like finer wine.
I know what you're getting at. He always favored Mother. I always favored him. All right.
Keep your eyes peeled. It's got to be in here somewhere.
As you're all filtering in, because you have your see invisibility on, as everyone kind of filters into the chamber, you can see surrounding the massive forum interior, these massive half pillars. On each of these pillars, you see these 12-foot tall, broad, massive, shiny, platinum metal, intricately scrolled and carved golems. And they are just quietly, invisibly overseeing the interior of this chamber. That silver dragon that was on top of the structure the night before is currently now latched onto the ceiling from above, its claws dug into what look like set handhold points designed for this entity. Whoa. And itself sits vigilant and invisible at the top of this chamber as well. As everyone begins to set into place, many of the familiar figures and a few unfamiliar figures take their seats as the High Bearer of Ord once again breaks the silence. Thank you all for gathering within our sanctum. Faces new and old. We appreciate your presence. There are some nods and some voices. One man you see, dark, beautiful brown skin, long black hair, a number of tattoos across his body, and looks like adorned ceremonial arm guards that go down each arm, as well as kind of red and brown, vibrantly colored pants. Stands forward and gives a nod and says, "The crisis orbs have been set alight, and we came to witness." You recognize, Orem, this to be Serkonos. Flame Speaker of Pyra and the Fire Ashari.
This bitch.
Funny.
The High Hierophant Ophira steps up. With the echoes of the solstice still dangling and twisting our world's balance, we fight to keep order. The Ruby Vanguard is obscured in motion. Ludinus Deleth vanished within his plots, and a fortress manifested around the bridge that anchors the moon of El Omen to our tides. We, the righteous peoples of Exandria, struggle to get our footing. We need to reclaim our ground and shift that power, and time is absolutely of the essence. Vex'ahlia looks up to the rest of the group. I'm a representative of the Council of Taldore. While politics might be many of your fortes, we are people of action, which is what we need now. Groon picks up. We know the dangers we all face. We know how quickly things can get out of hand. And we know at this time, trust is important. This city, these people have been kept safe, directly at the hand of some of those present. And I put the faith of the Dawn Marshals behind them. Allura goes, as discussed the night before, the three main positions of danger and mounting, terror, to be entirely honest, on the side of our opposition stands with this Malleus Key, this recently erected fortress that keeps it at bay, and the arrival of this, she kind of glances over in the direction of the rest of you, Sunder King. Beyond that, we have the extremely powerful, dangerous, and not entirely understood Weave Mind. And indeed, we have Ludinus Deleth himself. These 3 points. To assail one is to let the others have time to prepare, to quicken, to succeed. Thus, we assail them at once, simultaneously. And I believe we have the means. The High Bearer of Ord kind of glances up into the chamber and goes, Athadashionis. The illusion of the invisibility fades as the silver dragon at the top of the chamber makes itself known. Its eyes flash, and the center of the chamber wave washes over with a faint, expanding curtain of just barely visible golden energy, and a wave washes past you, familiar to those of you who were partaking in your game the night before. I need all of you to make a charisma saving throw.
The whole room is zone of truth.
Dang.
Damn.
Dang.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
19?
19, you are affected by the dragon zone of truth.
Silver dragon, man.
20?
20, you just barely save on the zone of truth.
Wow.
Gosh, thank goodness.
That could have been amazing.
Yeah.
We propose the first prong of this is to gather intel and layout of this new keep, this Malleus keep, if you will. Track the arrival of these Ruidian forces, their organization, where they lay about this keep, and then from there develop our attack plans. Call forth many of the gathered heroes that are present here and abroad to champion the charge, supported by the might and the war machine of Exandria that can be spared from the defense of their various homelands and cities. The intent is, she smiles, whether by cunning or force, she glances over to Keyleth, to deliver the legends known as Vox Machina to the Malleus Key. There's a bit of murmuring and whispering, and there's a little bit of like a chuckle to the crowd, and a couple of folks that are kind of like, what? And she goes, we once stopped a god and saved this city. We can destroy a ruddy tower. Everyone shuts up.
Truth.
Ready.
And she steps back. Allura takes the center of the chamber. The next order of business is the assassination of the Weave Mind. Now, we have confirmed means of delivering specific strike teams onto Ruidis without the use of the Bloody Breach. And we will prepare them to strike simultaneously. The first to infiltrate the center of the Red Moon's capital city, at the instruction of and preparation of Ivaroa, our Ruidian ally, I would offer a trustworthy, clever, and capable crew who have more than once staved off and ended cosmic threats to Exandria of a similar nature, all from the shadows of history. They've already been instrumental in our work against Ludinus, so I put forth my recommendation for the Mighty Nine of Wildmount to be set to this task. There's a bit of reticence in the chamber, and you hear a voice in the back go, I never heard of this Mighty Nine!
Yeah.
Yes, we have no assurance they're capable of this. What assurances can you give us? The Bright Queen steps into the center of the chamber. The Kryn dynasty of Johas seconds this recommendation.
Damn.
And we implore all of you present to do the same. And the Bright Queen nods to Keyleth. We have numerous corroborations defining Ludinus's plot to unleash the entity within the depths of Ruidis's core. To move with speed, our central strike team requires experience with Ruidis's topography, layout, culture, and ultimately, the plans of the Vanguard. We have universally agreed in our council upon one such team. They have directly survived multiple encounters with Ludinus and his conspirators, have allies on Ruidis willing to aid them, and have among them multiple Ruidis-born capable of pursuing him beyond boundaries few may be able to.
Everyone look cool.
We recommend Bell's Hells to complete this final mission. Keyleth looks back to the rest of you and kind of goes,
Oh,
and she steps back.
Time is short. We've traveled the sands of Ruidis before and worked with many of its peoples. We mustn't delay. And it would be Bell's Hell's honor to serve this chamber.
A figure you don't recognize from the side goes, we know of many of the legends that have been spoken here, but you are still largely a mystery to us. myself, and I'm certain many of us here, would like to have a little more information about what you bring to this beside having survived a dalliance on the moon.
Dorian catches Ashton grinding his teeth and huffing in the corner, and he just sends a private message. And I just say, Ash, just for a few minutes, lock it up.
Thank you.
Lewdness has caused great harm to all of us. Some very dear to us have been lost because of him. And, frankly, we hate him. And would love the opportunity to bring him down.
And are any among you holy folk? Pious? What gods do you worship? Which gods do you fight for?
I will step forward. You go.
Unaffected?
How fitting that we stand in the Platinum Sanctuary. The holiest of places that I've devoted my life to. It is the tenets of the Platinum Dragon include standing as a paragon of honor and justice, fighting for the righteous, stepping up for the weak. These are the ideals that Bell's Hells wears proudly on our breast.
Get up, Riegel!
I have traveled and known these fellows for many months. And in that time, I have realized that it's not just our hatred of lewdness that binds us together.
This is weirdly hot.
But it's our individual strengths that sets us apart. We have among us the power of a titan. We have the knowledge of the Ruidus-born. We have ones who are dedicated to family. We have one who has command over the dead itself. And we have a guy who makes chairs. We also have been smiled upon by the prime deities themselves. Why, even last night, our smallest warrior was visited.
I pull out Seedling like the sword of fucking omens over my head and let vines travel up my arm and up the blade and then press it down into the steps below me. He speaks true. The Wild Mother has blessed us here in this very city. The gods are watching. Take heed.
As you say, the gods are watching. The golden gems that have since appeared upon the hilt give off a golden light around you, casting your shadow long against the marble. And the whole room, you could hear the kind of the awe around. The High Bearer Vord, the very representative of the Platinum Dragon here in this space, steps forward. You speak our tenets in our house. You yourself say you are a devout follower. I do not believe we've crossed paths, but if you are to represent the holiest of those in this house, I would like to know which of our sainthoods you represent.
There have been so many saints, so many devout in our hallowed history that have made a lasting impression in my heart. But the one that stands out to me was the fallen saint. Saint Graham. Saint Graham, who, as we all know,
Graham.
Fell from the path, strayed from his worship of the Platinum Dragon, and for many years was cast away until, at the very end of his life, he realized his mistake and came back to the church, to the temple, and dedicated the rest of his days to helping those who needed just a little bit of guidance to the righteous path. Those who had fallen like he had into the depths of despair and darkness. I feel like there are many on Ruidus and among us here on Exandria who have chosen the wrong path, but perhaps we can guide them back to the path of the righteous.
Indeed. And you wish to represent our Lord in this great and holy mission. Do you see and find within your heart the strength to carry that joy and justice as your weapon, as your shield, as the very essence of his greatness to protect them and protect us? As they place their hand on your symbol on your chest that you've painted.
Yes. Till my dying day, High Bearer.
Roll a deception check.
Come on, baby!
Come on! Bigger than a 2.
Okay.
What is it? What is it?
That was good.
20.
20 total.
20. Their eyes narrow at you a bit.
Oh, good.
They remove their hand and step silently back to their throne.
No.
The High Bearer sits back down, at which point the High Hierophant Ophira says, "As we've seen, our Great Mother is with us, and we have the holiness of the Platinum Dragon amongst us. Yet there are dark magics put upon this, a necromantic bent that is sent to correspond with the light of holiness. Would you please assure us, how can we expect and hope that you will stay on the path of the righteous as well?"
Death is still very much a part of life. And while some may balk at the necromantic arts, they are still a part of the greater magics, blessed to us by the gods of Exandria, by the Archheart, and furthermore, stewarded from the Matron of Ravens. When fighting such darkness, we have found it is often beneficial to have just a little bit of darkness on your side.
As you say this, 3 figures stand from the side, black, shrouded, veiled, robed figures. As they all stand in response to your statement, the room turns its attention. One of them steps forward. "The Coven of the Veil hears her words. And we know this to be true. For what does light do but cast a shadow? They are in tandem, or should be. And it would be foolish to think one should exist without the other. It's about the balance. And there is much light in this group. We are comforted that a shadow walks among them and in step."
That's fucking hot.
As fire.
High Bearer, which is still kind of locking eyes with Breus over there, quietly shoots a glance amongst the rest. "So, there were words of a Titan's power among you. The Titans that were once opposed to the gods. Could somebody please elaborate with assurances that we are not sending ancient enemies to fight on our behalf?"
Play nice. Play nice.
Psychically, you hear, "I am so sorry."
No.
Do not fuck us. I'll step forward too.
Oh, let's go.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What?
They would be talking about me. honestly, I think this is a very, very bad time to decide who ancient enemies are right now. Everyone is threatened. Yes, and I'm sorry that I am not serving any God present here right now. And the fact that that is even a problem, that is even a question right now, I find a little offensive. We are all here. I serve the weak. I serve the forgotten. I serve the dirt beneath our feet. And if you tell me that that's not enough for you, fine, I will fight on my own. Because honestly, the alternative sounds really fucking awful. Psychically, all right. Fuck.
That was great. That was good. That was probably the best. That was really good. So, I too have a shard of a Titan, and I don't worship any one god, but I do believe that they all deserve to live. But yeah, we're pretty great, and we've already been to the moon, so I think you should pick us.
Keyleth is kind of looking at you both like.
Also, I'm one of the.
You hear Orm's voice say, do the thing.
But when I get exhausted.
Are we doing the thing? Let's do the thing. Fuck it.
Right.
I'm going to rage. The time-bending power kicks in. So the weird little celestial star field that's now kind of become the thing here, and then the hammer starts doing the red and blue shift. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to grow and turn into the Titan form while this happens.
So as your body expands, the stones cracking and erupting, the volcanic arm lighting up at the seams with primal Titan power.
You'll just see sort of a ring of fire start to dance around Fern, and the primordial flame Titan Russia comes alive.
Flickering as you kind of glide and spin in the air with your transformation, the two of you becoming these two primal elements kind of dancing for a moment in the space, and time it seems to like shift and speed up and slow down, and members of the crowd around kind of like seem to be strangely affected or moved by the presence. Both of you hear echo from the chamber above, and you glance up for just a moment to see the silver dragon kind of like smile and tilt its head a little bit, also witnessing you both. And you hear a voice echo through your heads in the chamber that says, "Quite impressive." Another figure from across the way, you recognize as Galtheed of the Ember Vigil, the mage of the Stratos Throne, says, "And the chairmaker." "And this well-dressed lad. What do you offer this strange, motley crew?"
Oh, I just heard chairmaker and sort of blanked out.
I just figured beauty before age, but I can take it.
Well, you've made us all be honest. I'm not sure what I have to offer, but I know what my group has to offer. I see it all around us. We are you, scaled down. All of us come from different places, different backgrounds. And that's what gives us our strength. We may not be nobles or great religious powers, but we are simply people, capable people set to task. And the task we've been set to will require one moment of clarity and morality. And though none of us might be capable of doing it ourselves, as I do not know that I am, I know that we are. So, if you have trust in this chamber, perhaps you could have trust in us. For we will do the right thing.
A voice rings from the side chamber as the flame speaker Sokono says, "A masterful deflection. But what is in your heart? What fire burns in your chest? What do you bring?"
Wow. While Dorian was distracted for the last 10 minutes or so, there's been a tune in his head that he's been silently humming under his breath. It's something he does when he's nervous. And he's never been able to place the tune, and the notes have never come together in the right way, except for right before this was asked. And he hears something in the distance from outside of the chamber in that 10 minutes, and he accidentally casted a spell through this song, the spell of Find Greater Steed. And as it materializes through the walls of the chamber, is a great equine dragon, the size of a draw horse. And when he sees it, he remembers the stories his mother used to tell him about this legendary mount from their family. And he remembers finally the song that she used to sing to him that haunted his dreams at the beginning of this journey. And as he does, Coriolis, the great equine dragon, flies down and sits at his side, sort of nestles its head into his chest, and he's as surprised as anyone. We may not look like much, but we have power. And we are capable. And so am I. And my heart desires to make a difference. I know. Pet the steed on its head. Slap it on its tail. Whew. And it leaves the chamber.
Or I'm totally blue screen.
Sokonos, who was looking at you intently, at first it felt like through you, but instead was just pushing you, relents and smiles, and sits back into the crowd. Does the chairman have a dragon too?
The chair maker, not chairman.
Chairboy.
Master craftsman, if you would, and C-Pop Industries would like to thank the Dawn Marshals of Vasselheim for their hospitality. Surely those of Wildmount know my creations, but Silra could benefit from an upgrade. You ask what I bring. Faux hundo. I am not a holy person. I don't share many of your beliefs, but I have walked Exandria for centuries. I remember Zan Taldore.
Wow.
I remember Everon the Rime Lord. I have seen the horrors that befall this land and how people are strong enough to rise up and rebuild. But what lewdness is entertaining is unleashing a horror that predates any of that, any of us. And there's no telling where it could stop. The Pantheon, perhaps, but it could absolutely wipe the slate clean, and I will not let that stand as long as I draw a tiny, sexy breath. So you ask what I give? Craftsmanship of which you can hardly imagine, but a wisdom that I think would rival any in this room, and an unrelenting courage. I fear no man or creature. And I turn into a wolf.
as you all kind of take a step back, Keyleth smiles and nods at the rest of you. The room awaits somebody to kind of break the ice for a moment before Keyleth steps forward to the center of the chamber. So, lest anyone else seems to have more to prove, a better plot, and a stronger, more stalwart gathering of powers, minds, and hearts than what we've presented here, then these are your greatest hopes, even if just a few hopes of many. Lend Bells Hells your trust and faith. Lady Fern Calloway, Fae Scion of the Ancient Flame. Laudna, Veil Mistress of the Shadow Tree.
Oh, shit.
What?
Ashton the Reforged, Hammer of Paradox. Chetney Pakapi, High Hunter and Lupine Paragon.
What is it?
Dorian Storm, Master Muse and Son of the Wind. Imogen Temult, Exultant Hope of the Red Storm. Orum of the Arashari, Savior Blade of the Tempest, she says with a smile. And Breus Doomseed, Nascent Might of the Platinum's Call.
Okay.
That's good. Not bad. Still truthful, too.
The High Bearer stands from their throne perch. There are many plans to be made, and not much time. Perhaps there will be changes, alterations, adaptations. But I feel confident in putting this forward for now, for indeed it is the best we have. Gather the rest you need. We'll put out word. The armies will be set. War plans will be made. In the week to come, we set the stage to assault the Moon of Ill Omen and end this once and for all. With that, the room just starts clapping. Cheers begin to build up. Some gentle, some loud, some just kind of an odd acknowledgement of being in a moment of history. But nevertheless, the energy is palpable, and for the first time since you've arrived here, relatively unified. The scattered, chaotic minds and people of Exandria have come together. And they've come together behind legends. They've come together behind history. They've come together behind you. As the room begins to break away and scatter a bit, people begin to come up and start shaking your hand, start asking questions, start inquiring in how they can better serve what you need in the days ahead. It's overwhelming and challenged at bits. A young compared to you, gnome with like a tan skin and a blonde pompadour wearing the raiments of the Platinum Dragon kind of steps aside and goes, Chetney? Chetney Pakapi?
Yes?
Waiting for this moment for so long. As we turn to you, a voice rings behind you to the right of your ear. Bronte?
Hello, Father.
And there stands before you Zeru Wyvernwind, his salt and pepper long hair pulled back, his beautiful, princely adornments, his clothing almost a Riegel echo to your battle vestments. His stern, if somewhat sad and surprised expression meets yours. You look well, son.
Oh, thank you. As to you, I suspected you might be here.
I had no expectations of running into you here, let alone stepping up to such a monumental task.
Oh, yes, well, seems as if I've left home to shirk my responsibilities, and much greater ones have found their way to me.
Certainly shirked a name, Dorian Store.
Well, I'm not so certain that when you took your sabbatical as a youth, you kept your name, your proper name, in the world.
I don't begrudge you discovering yourself. It is your nature.
Thank you.
Word of Cyrus's passing has reached us. We've not yet found the time to properly mourn. I wanted to ensure that you were aware.
I've been wondering if I should send word. There may still be hope, but I have very little. It's best. Is Mother here?
No, just I. She's back with the Squall, handling things while I represent here. On an invitation from the Ishari. We have, as you know, quite historical tethers with Zephyra.
It's kind of awkward, isn't it?
You see just the peak of tears gather at the side of his eyes as he comes forward and takes you into a hug.
I think at first I lock up, like as I tend to do with really physical affection of any kind. But yeah. Even though I feel strong, I start to the embrace of a parent will always revert you back to your youth, and even though we almost see eye to eye, I just collapse into him like a little boy and start to cry.
You both kind of break into each other for a moment, and many wordless emotions wash over you both. As he's holding you, and kind of his hands kind of on your shoulder, he says in your ear, he says, You've been lost to the world's rumors. For ages, son, we've been trying to find you for some time, especially given the events of late. We've missed you so much.
I miss you too. I'll sort of set him aside and straighten up and steel up the way that I do. Are things managed at home?
They are, best as they can be in the ways of this current time. People are worried, scared.
As they should be.
Bronte, this is a monumental undertaking. A risk beyond words. There is no shame in returning home to us, leaving this to those capable and willing. The Silken Squall could use a returning son, our heir to the Squall's golden seat.
No. I will not abandon this task. I love you. I love our home. But I can do this. I can do this. Do you believe that I can do this with the help of my friends? That I can help them? Do you believe in me, Father? Do you believe in me? That's all I've ever wondered. Do you believe in me, Father? Is it so hard? Why do you pause? You have always loved me, but you have never trusted me. One time, without hesitation, your only chance. Do you think I can do this?
It's not a question of whether or not I think you can do this. I hesitate not because of any lack of faith. Yes, I and your mother are gifted, burdened, living with the responsibilities of guiding our people. But underneath that all, we are a father and a mother, and we don't want to lose another son. So do I hesitate? Yes, but only because I'm scared, because I believe in you, because I can't nor will stop you. And because I know I have to believe that you can do what needs to be done, I just want you to promise that you'll return.
I promise. I will come home.
Good.
And I reach out to, just shake his hand. Nothing ceremonial. Just a father shaking his son's hand.
Here. And he unbuckles the ceremonial blade at his side.
Papa!
I'm unbuckling something else, so this is way better.
Oh, mine, Papa.
Take this. It is the symbol of our family, and is sworn to protect our people for many generations. It will continue to protect us, and many more in your hands. And he holds out to you what you know to be Gamble Cleft, the Vortex Blade.
Oh, let's go, Gamble Cleft!
Okay.
This is the symbol of leadership within the Silken Squall community, and has bound within it an ancient wind spirit that gave itself to eternal protection over the people that you one day will inherit. Even just pulling it free from its sheath as you hold it, it's near weightless in your hand. In either hand.
Thank you. I assume this is on loan. And I look for a spot to clip it on my belt and don't have one because the Typhonus, the gambler's blade, is right here. And I unclip it and I go, here, a drunk old man who died while pissing did this to me.
He takes it and goes,
It's pretty, right?
I will keep it safe. Seeing the blade at your side as you kind of steps back a bit, looks at you. A smile and a look in his eyes that you've been chasing your entire life. Pride. And with that, he just nods and joins the crowd. as we shift attention back over to this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been waiting so long for that. C-Pop Industries? Chetney Pokapi?
That's right.
I don't know how to... And I've run this through my head so many times. I don't think I was ever have the chance. I am such an admirer of your work. I have been following it for decades now. All of my furniture pieces I've collected over the years, distant collectors and various auction houses. I have been piecing together the interior of my abode based on pretty much only things that you've made. I've gathered toys and gifted them to children throughout the entire neighborhood. Here, you are a master.
I just reach out and hug him.
Are you still wearing it?
No, we never.
Okay, you did do it. Okay. All right. Damn.
I know. It's hard to keep your composure. I have interactions like this all the time.
I'm sure, yeah.
Heard it too.
What's your name?
My name is Weyland, Scalebearer Weyland Amaredda. I've been one of the Scalebearer aides here for some time. I just never thought I'd see someone like you walk into our humble walls.
Well, you never know what can happen in Vasselheim, I always say. Legends in these halls, myself included.
Well, I don't know how long you're staying in town, given, all that's going on, but if you ever have some time, I'd love to show you what I've done with the place, and it's practically a museum in your honor.
We are very, very busy. Obviously, lots of meetings, lots of secret
Of course. No, I expected so. It was foolish of me to ever even suggest
I'd have to check,
such a thing.
and make sure that you have the proper security clearances. But if you insist, I suppose I could grant a single wish and, peruse my old collections, I suppose. I mean, I'm sure I could break away for a moment, right?
Sure, you're a big fan.
I don't think we can risk
Who are you
it,
again?
Chet.
You're a big fan. What was your name?
This is Weyland the Wise.
Weyland the Wise?
Hi, Weyland.
Wow.
Hi,
impeccable
pleasure to
taste.
meet you all. Wow, I don't think you understand the scope of the majesty that you've been walking alongside this entire time, but there
Inside
are
check.
dozens of us, Exandria-wide, who we send each other letters, we give updates, we...
What do you mean? There are more of you?
We're the Sea Poppers. We have a whole fan club that we've been developing. I've been working on a zine for the past few years.
Wait, is the Zone of Truth still up?
Yes.
The Sea Poppers.
We can change it if you don't like it. I mean, with your input, we could really kind of bolster the community. Can I tell them that we met?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes. You know what? Because we're so busy, it would be better if you worked with my assistant to schedule these things. Imogen! If you could help me just arrange that in our time here, I'm sure Weyland would be most appreciative.
Sure, Weyland. I'll just send you a little message when we're gonna head over, all right?
Oh, wonderful. I look forward to it. Anyway, I got... Oh! Yes, hi, Bear. Pleasure.
Bored?
And Vord is stepping up.
As I see her approach, I'm just going to reach into my pouch surreptitiously, and there's a piece of metal in there, and I'm going to break it with my hand. That's it.
Okay.
Hi, Bear. Let me guess. You have suspicions of me, even now, even through a zone of truth, even through all of our words of assurance. That's possibly because I lied to you. I was
a faithful acolyte of the Platinum Dragon. But I brought shame to my post, and I was sent away. I know you're familiar with the Platinum House in Zadash.
Indeed.
And the overseer there, Marlowe?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I failed in my post many years ago. And I pull out an old, rusty Platinum Dragon symbol around a chain. And I show it to the High Bearer and say, he broke this and sent me packing. Said I was not worthy of wearing this. But I've kept it, and I've hoped in all this time that I could somehow earn the right to glue these pieces back together and earn the trust of the Platinum Sanctuary once more. I'm sorry that I misled you.
High Bearer's nostrils flare with a piercing gaze as a voice to the right goes, there are few things as wonderful in this world as chance at redemption. Trust me. I would know. As Pike Trickfoot stands there holding forth the symbol of the Everlight.
Wow.
The High Bearer glances down with the symbol up towards Vord. Pike smiles. Historically, some of the most faithful saints, pious, loving leaders of this temple once fell from their perch, tumbled from their grace, and without a chance would they have ever had the opportunity to become the greatness that you still carry, Bearer. Make a persuasion check with advantage with Pike's health.
Thank you, Pike. I can't read this new one.
That's an 18.
That's 18?
It's an 18.
Okay. I'll get that inked. 32.
Okay. Perhaps you are right, Miss Trickfoot. Too much is at stake here. You see the eyes glance down at the symbol that you've painted and back up at you. They're letting you know with their eyes that in some small way they might acknowledge some truth you don't want them to. But then they smile. Well, Breus Doomseed, if you are to represent our great dragon, you need armor that truly bears their symbol. As they turn around, you can see there are two scale-bearer aides that are approaching with a massive platinum chest. And as they open it up and inside, the light catches a beautiful, intricate set of silvered platinum plate mail. This is Truthbearer.
Oh, shit.
Wow, you're getting called out.
The fabled plate of Uthor Vendrock.
Jeez Louise.
The Silvered Star, one of the kindest and most noble warriors of the Platinum Dragon. You should well be acquainted with their history. May it protect you on your path to redemption. And they present the armor to you. The two, as the scale bearers begin to take it out and essentially help remove your armor and place it upon you in a sudden ceremony here on the steps, as the High Bearer just watches you the entire time.
I'll keep my eyes locked with theirs, and just try to take in the honor and the
sanctity of the moment.
It's a fine fit. Do us proud, Doomseed.
I will make it fit even better in my deeds.
And they walk away.
And I walk away.
Wow. Sure.
I can see my reflection in your ass. This is amazing.
How's it feel?
Pretty good, actually. How does it look?
Great.
Is the Bright Queen visible in the room still?
It takes a moment, but you do see back in the form chamber, she hasn't moved far from where she was primarily sitting during the opening and the kind of ending of the events of the initial form conversation.
If the Bright Queen has a moment for an audience.
She kind of like nods, puts a hand back like this for a second, and finishes the conversation to the side. There's like kind of like some direct whispers. You have to wait a moment, but about a minute and a half pass before she turns back.
Wow.
Yes, Chetney Bakapi.
Your helm is so impressive. May I just say it is quite an honor to be in the same space as the ruler of the dynasty. I have had very rare occasion to meet fellows from your domain.
She kind of puts a hand up to one of her guard and leans into you, sets her staff off to the other, and kind of kneels to your eye level.
I'm single.
She goes, "You might yet be a bright spot in our future in history, should you be willing and open. You travel with one who is themselves a rift between many contradictions.
Yeah.
The one you call Ashton. We are very interested in who or what they are and what they're capable of. If you could return to us when this is done, with as much information of their nature, perhaps even a means of bringing them into our control, there are a great many rewards that could await such an ambitious chairman."
Interesting proposal. I will give it great care and consideration.
Indeed. Just think on it. Chetney Pokapi.
Bright Queen.
She stands back up and takes her staff. And then leans back. My apologies. And continues in conversation.
I turn around and
Yeah.
Are you keeping this information to yourself, or are you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
Just curious.
Knew it.
You look over and you see the fantastic scale bearer, the compatriot who's like waving Weyland. It's like,
Hi.
hey, I just want to make sure I didn't miss a message or anything when he's available. I'm completely done with my.
You didn't, but are you done?
responsibilities. I'm finished, and just I guess whenever.
I'm sure it's fine. If you would be so kind, Weyland, lead the way.
The honor is absolutely mine. Yeah, no, come along, everybody. As we shift a little later in the afternoon, you've been led through the surrounding neighborhood here in the Stone Talon's Reach to, a modest abode for a scale bearer, but a nice home that is built towards the base of the Heaven Stair. Welcome to the Chateau de Sipop. And the door opens up and you enter this chamber. Like the facets of the interior that aren't made signature like decorations have been retrofitted to match the tone and themes. It feels like the most polished cabin interior ever. with cabinets after cabinets after cabinets that are filled with all manner of knickknacks and sculptures and toys and all of these incredible. There are 17 chairs you can see that have no place to be where they are, but they're in there like kind of clustered in corners lining each other, like all the walls are just lined with chairs.
When did you become a sea popper, Weyland?
Oh, I was quite young. Just maybe a custodial acolyte here in the temple. And there was this traveling merchant who was bringing knickknacks and keepsakes from afar, come across the sea, and amongst their collection, nothing really of interest except for one. And you see his eyes kind of go wide and have a 1,000-yard stare as he darts past and around to this massive iron safe, and just goes
metal in here.
Pulled another key, and like turns them both at the same time.
Oh my god!
This is the room you're gonna die.
Opens.
I whisper, I put in your head.
And he pulls out this tiny wooden egg. What's special about this egg?
Oh boy,
Chetney.
Oh.
That's from my Oblivion edition. If you twist it a certain way, it reveals that which is most precious.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Show them.
Oh no.
I'm dying.
We finished each other's sentences.
I'm dying.
And he presses the sides of it and the tops, and then kind of twists them in a way where you watch this like solid egg, the wood kind of lattices outward.
Whoa.
And kind of turns, and as it does, you can see there's a small platform hidden inside, and on it is this tiny little pearl, this shined pearl.
That's pretty cool, man.
By our account, there's only 4 of these that exist in Exandria, 3 that remain undamaged. I'm sorry. This one is pristine.
There is another.
Really?
A 5th?
Weyland, do you live here, or this is strictly just a museum for CPAP?
Yes.
Okay.
This is my home.
Do you charge admission?
Not for you, by any means.
But for others?
Of course. Look at some of these pieces. I mean, this chair is from my tallow collection. My Take a Load Off collection. It's absolutely pristine. You've cared for it beyond comprehension.
He's writing everything you're saying down. He's like, tallow collection. Is that the third age? The third inspiration? Okay, tallow collection. It's all been interpreted from our side, and we have kind of our little code language about which each era represents, but like, if I could just pick your brain.
Of course. A master craftsman is nothing without an apprentice every once in a while.
Oh my god.
He faints.
Oh
no! It's so.
He knocked a couple things off the shelf, and I reached out and picked one up. You have one of. Oh, this is from my sensual collection.
So what was the inspo for the Oblivion collection?
Cheers.
Well, things on the outside are not always what they appear on the inside. And after all, beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. But surely you're not interested in hearing everything.
Go on!
No, we want to.
Yes.
This feels like the most we've learned about you in the entire 6 months we've been together.
I'm strangely into this. Keep going.
The little things that we come across that have beauty in them and how they can be transformed. I love that it found its way to you and that you care for it so deeply. That's all an artist ever really wants. Can I just say that you have made this a night to remember?
It's not getting words out.
I'm gonna need
In through the nose, out through the mouth, son.
an evening.
Well, I was going to say,
What do you mean, like to stay here?
I'm going to have to. Yes, this must be chronicled.
Well,
it's so rare that
there's
you find
Chet,
someone.
there's-
What?
There are some really important.
No, I don't think so. I can't go on.
Well, we do have to sleep tonight, so you could just
Oh my.
sleep here. Did you make beds?
Did I make?
Do you have one of his beds?
Yes, did you make beds?
Do you know me at all? Weyland, did I make beds?
no.
Would you like to see the guest quarters?
Sure.
Yeah.
He shows you to an additional chamber off to the side that kind of connects to the museum, and you can see within this room there are 9 beds jammed into a room that is too small to carry them. Everything here is like borderline hoarder, just organized well, and they're just kind of like pushed in the space. You can see he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm saving up for an expansion. I'm running out of room for.
You have the dwarf futon cut.
Yeah.
It is anatomically correct. The adult dwarf figure. It is perfect.
I don't know if this is the right time to bring it up, but like,
Oh, please.
me and some of the other sea poppers have been organizing one of these regional events. If you're available, maybe around 6-7 weeks from now, would you be a guest at PopCon?
Someone's going to have one of your pieces
Are you
glued to
planning
their
a
hand. Want something
convention
over
right
the
before the end of the world?
No, weeks from now. Weeks from now. You're both-
After the end.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, we did schedule it before all of this happened.
Okay.
Like,
And you don't get
kind of right before. It was very disconcerting.
You paid for that.
But
Keep
Chetney,
to it.
if we do save the world, we also save this place.
And we save PopCon.
Get under the popcorn.
Never known
Finally
motivation like this.
You're gonna
Weyland, PopCon will survive, as will we.
You're going to roll a D100 in the next
Not
20
only
minutes.
will I be there, so will they.
Hi.
No one will come to our signing tables. Only come
I'll
to
teach
yours.
you how to make stuff. You can figure it out. You've got.
Okay.
I will make your beds. I know a chef. We can make the finest of food. The food for a king. And you will be my guests of honor for the night. And for all the struggles you have ahead of you, I could not see the fate of Exandria in better hands than those behind this great artist.
He will carve our future.
Yes,
Yes, he will.
I think he will.
You know, you mentioned
Yeah?
How?
Yeah. Yeah?
I don't think that's ever happened in the history.
I'm losing it.
you mentioned wanting to get a painting, and we happen to have a very talented, bit messy and chaotic painter.
I could paint you two together, but I would love a signed pop.
This is getting too weird.
Oh no! Oh no! Believe us! Because you've shown appreciation of my art, 100%.
And please,
No.
don't make it out to me. Just sign it.
Okay.
Just sign it.
Sure.
Because I don't know, I might.
Do you want me to doodle anything on it?
I might put it on D&D Bay.
And we're going to end it there for the night. Because that is the button if ever there was one.